Young people who use drugs require support, not punishment. We are often the weapon with which people wage the war on drugs, with "protect the youth" being a regularly used rhetoric. Protection should look like support. It should be protection from the possible harms of drug use through harm reduction. It should be protection from systems of oppression, institutional violence, and detention. It should mean protecting us from stigma and discrimination and allowing us the ability to live a full life, whatever that looks like to us. This cannot be achieved without removing the laws and policies globally that criminalize us. This is the essence of Support Don't Punish for me, a young woman who uses drugs. Here are some young people from around the world. Support Don't Punish today and every day.
A lot of the people that use drugs tend to feel bad about it later on. And it's not our job to judge them, but we can help them and protect them by telling them how to use it safely. So, support, don't punish.
La campaña Apoye no castigue por el Día de Acción Global significa mucho para mí y mi país. No solo para las personas jóvenes que usan drogas y personas que usan drogas en general, sino también para las comunidades alrededor de estas, quienes necesitan aprender mucho respecto a los estigmas que giran en torno al consumo de drogas.
Young people who use drugs in Nepal are facing new trending drugs, new psychoactive drugs with limited services, and available services are centralized and in need of service scale up to reach out each and every young people who use drugs. There is an urgent need to orient new emerging young drug users as well as young people in general regarding prevention, treatment, and care programs. Issues related to young people who use drugs are less talked, and fewer platforms are provided to address issues and to advocate for the needs and rights. Support Don't Punish, it's a wonderful phrase, but in Nepal, one day grassroots initiatives is the only day where we talk about the need to prioritize public health and human rights of young people who use drugs. Young people who use drugs are human too and are in need of support rather than hostilities. Danda hoina, samarthan garo. Support, don't punish.
El Día de Acción Global de Apoyo No Castigue toma lugar el 26 de junio de cada año. Es una conmemoración oportuna para reconocer y luchar por los derechos de las personas usuarias de sustancias psicoactivas, los cuales en ocasiones se ven vulnerabilizados y violentados debido a las decisiones de consumo. Es también un espacio significativo para reconocer las distintas violencias y necesidades que enfrentan las mujeres jóvenes usuarias de sustancias psicoactivas. Las mujeres usuarias en ocasiones son violentadas y sometidas a situaciones comprometedoras y violentas, las cuales luego son justificadas e incluso minimizadas debido a sus decisiones de consumo. Es necesario que comencemos a cuestionar la normalidad con la que se toma la violencia hacia las personas usuarias de sustancias psicoactivas, así como exigir nuevas formas de atención y acercamiento entre pares, que permita a las personas retomarles su autonomía.
Let's solve the problem, do not punish or humiliate. Let's work on your physical and mental health. Let's work on your goals, on your relationship. Let's work on your job. Let's work on your sleeping schedule where unlearning wrong mindsets you picked up while staying positive in life. Support, don't punish. Welcome a human, a good love goes a long way.